Coming along there. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you? How's your day been today so far? Well, it's Judgment Day. I'm not even going to ask how your weekend's been, because if it's been like mine, it's been a bag of nerves so far. Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. So it's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show, run by the fans for the fans. And you know what? Your opinion really does matter today, even more. So get them comments in. Come on then, let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all. How the devil are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. How nervous are you feeling today? Morning, mate. How are you? It's just one of them days, isn't it, today? The nerves are appearing already. I'm going to bring in, he's there already, a good friend of mine, Mr. Jake Watson, who's joined us from TalkSport. He's not on the train. I thought you might be on the train travelling up this morning. Are you in Leicester already, pal?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Hi, pal. How are you? Okay?
I'm good. How are you feeling? You nervous?
Do you know what, mate? I'm actually okay.
Are you? Oh,
yeah,
God.
That might surprise a few people. It's a weird one, Jamie, because obviously I want to win. Obviously, I want us to stay up. But like lots of us, I'd kind of already resigned myself to getting relegated. You know, I thought it was already done. So I'd got my head around it already, and I'd come to terms with it, and I'd convinced myself that actually relegation is for the best. And now I'm sat here today thinking, well, obviously I don't want us to lose. You know, I would never wish relegation on. But look, worst case scenario, if we do, it's not the worst thing in the world. But so it's just a weird one. It's a weird one. Obviously, I want us to win, and obviously I want us to stay up. And I think we've now got a decent chance. I do. For some reason, I've just got this nagging thing that Everton aren't going to win today, and then it's on us, then, isn't it? You know,
don't say that, Jake. Please don't say that.
Genuinely, because it feels like that would be very Leicester, wouldn't it? That Everton don't win, and then we still don't manage to win. And obviously, that's the scenario I'm not hoping for. But yeah, I've got a feeling that Everton aren't going to win today. I really am. So it's going to be really strange inside the King Power today, because I'd imagine at Goodison it's going to be a bag of nerves, because
they need to get something, don't they?
But I don't think it's going to be like that at the King Power today. I think I might be wrong, but I think it's going to be a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, you know how you said about you resigned yourself to going down. Did that glimmer of hope come back against Newcastle when we drew 0-0?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, completely. Because we'd all looked at those fixtures, and it was the Fulham game before the Liverpool and Newcastle one. We'd done the math. We said, right, well, if we beat Fulham and we beat West Ham, then we'll stay up. And then once we lost to Fulham, it was like, right, well, we're not going to get any points against Liverpool. We won't get any points against Newcastle, so we're as good as down. That's how everyone was thinking. And I know that it was only a point, but it makes a huge amount of difference. It goes from obviously Everton only needing a point to needing to win. And, that pressure. And I'm not sure if you saw yesterday in the Bundesliga for the title, Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich. Borussia Dortmund, first chance to win a title in 11 years. They're at home against Mainz. All they had to do was win, Yeah. But when it's like this, when there's so much resting on a game, anything can happen. And, ordinarily you'd think Everton at home to Bournemouth, they'd win. But again, I think that's people being disrespectful to Bournemouth. You know, you look at where people are in the league and the gaps between the two teams. Bournemouth, since they got safe, have been better than beforehand. And there's no pressure on them. I think some teams are on the beach. I think West Ham are on the beach. I think Spurs are on the beach. You know, so for Leeds and Leicester today, arguably the two easiest games. But whilst Bournemouth should also be on the beach, they seem to be playing better. So I think they're going to give Everton a real good game today. I really do.
But for Bournemouth, though, Jake, if they win, they move up about 2 or 3 places. And that's like 2, 3, 4 million quid extra to them. To Bournemouth, that is an awful lot of money.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You know,
like Everton and Leicester and other above them, it's not that much money, but to them, that is an awful lot of money, and that could help them out in the future.
No, mate, you're absolutely right. You know, the pressure is off them, and they seem to have played better since that pressure's come off them. It is extra cash for them, and again, just going back to the opponents that us and Leeds are playing today, Spurs couldn't care less. You know, they're done. You know, they're waiting for a new manager. West Ham are waiting for the Europa Conference League. You know, that extra couple of million quid, that won't have been mentioned once by any of them in that dressing room. You know, they're not saying, come on, you know, we can finish a place higher. But at Bournemouth, they will be. They'll say, lads, this is another couple of million quid. It may mean extra bonus for the players in terms of their wages. And of course, then for Gary O'Neill, it's extra money for him to spend in the summer for next year. Now they're in the Premier League. So yeah, of the 3 games today, you know, without wanting to put more pressure on us, we've got the easiest one. We have. And it's going to be dead interesting to see the team which David Moyes plays today, because if I'm a West Ham fan, or if I'm David Moyes, or I mean, even if I'm one of them players, I don't want to play today. You know, this
just
is
in case you get a little bit of an injury, you pull a fetlock, or you do something and you're out of the final. A final for players is huge, isn't it? It's better on relegation survival or a European winner. I'd rather have that on my CV than a relegation survivalist.
Of course, you know, for most of these players, I mean, certainly for the fans, you know, it's the biggest game in 40 years for them. For David Moyes, he said it's the biggest game for him. Why on earth would you risk Declan Rice or Jared Bowen or whoever getting injured today on a game which means absolutely nothing to them? It means nothing to them. They do not want to play this game. If you said to West Ham, you know, you can forfeit this one and lose 3-0, they'd say, yeah, no problem. You know, that's how little they care about today's game. But I do think there is a slight problem with Premier League rules that you're not allowed to deliberately field a weakened side. You know, and I mentioned this the other day on our podcast, that imagine if Leicester win today and Everton draw and Leicester stay up, but West Ham make 11 changes. Everton will complain to the Premier League, and rightly so, because we do the exact same thing if the shoe was on the other foot. Yeah. So it'll be really interesting to see what team David Moyes puts out today. I imagine there will be some of the first team players in there, but they're just going to be playing at about 60, 70%.
A couple of years ago, I can't remember what time, I think it was December time, we actually made 10 changes against the West Ham team at their place and won 2-1 or 2-0. I can't remember. 2-1 or 2-0. And we won with about 10 or 11 changes. And no one made any notice. Oh, they've made 11 changes. They're going to struggle. And we won. Yeah,
but Pellegrini did get sacked the next day.
Oh, did he? Oh, right.
Yeah. No. But Jamie, so you're right in the fact that, you know, nobody complained to the Premier League because it didn't have anything, because it's in the middle of the season. Yeah, but Pellegrini got sacked and it was 2-0, and we made 2 changes. I think Damari Gray and someone else scored. I was there for it. But it's because of where this game is in the season. You know, this is now going to decide. But yeah, no, you're right. If you know, in the middle of a season, if you're playing a European game and, you know, a manager makes 10 changes, nobody would say anything. But because it's the final game of the season, and it basically decides who stays up and who goes down. Yeah. You know, I'd imagine Everton will be looking very closely at that team that Moyes puts out today.
Yeah, come on then, Jake. Just before I let you go, I want to, because I've got quite a few people waiting to come on. Yeah, score. Come on, pal. Give us a score today, and what you think it's going to be. I know it's difficult today. I ask this all the time about scores and stuff like that. We all want to win, but Do you think? Come on. I'm nervous. I'm a bag of nerves. I can hardly get the words out this morning. What do you think, Jake, today? Come on, pal.
Yeah, as I said, I am fearing the worst. I think it's just got a Leicester disaster class written all over it. But I'm gonna stay positive for now. I'm gonna say that Leicester win, and we stay up.
My biggest scenario, biggest worry is right. Leicester, it's 1-1 at Everton and it's finished.
Yeah,
we are 0-0, and Madison plays Vardy through, and I'll let you finish it in the 94th minute. What happens? That's the biggest scenario that can't get out of my head at the minute. Madison plays Vardy through in the 94th minute.
I mean, look, as I said, in an ideal world, in a perfect scenario, we win 2-0. West Ham don't lay a glove on us. Everton, grind out and struggle to a 1-1 and we stay up. But I think the reality is today is at some point or another, each one of them 3 teams is going to be safe. It's going to flip and change. There's going to be probably penalties. There's probably going to be crazy VAR. Honestly, I think brace yourselves. Whether it's at the King Power or whether it's at Ellen Road or Goodison, there's going to be drama today. And we've just got to somehow stay out of it, just win 2-0 and then let the drama happen elsewhere. And hopefully by the end of the day, we're safe. But yeah, strap yourself in, boys.
And the worst thing about it, pal? I've got the Everton-Bournemouth game on and the Leicester-West Ham game at the bar at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been inside a stadium on a final day for relegation before, obviously relying on results elsewhere. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see how everyone's going to do this today.
It was in 1992 against Oxford when we won. It might be a little bit before your time, but that was absolutely horrendous. That day was absolutely horrendous. Jay, much appreciated. I know you're a bit busy on a Sunday morning doing your London Broncos, your male modelling, your podcast, and it makes a change to seeing you with the shirt on instead of not having your shirt off in this strange triathlon athletics event you do, whatever it is. But it's nice to see you with the shirt on for once, Jay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, pal. And,
cheers, Jake. Thanks a lot for joining me, mate.
All right, pal. You take care.
Cheers, pal. Thanks a lot, Jake. Thanks for joining up with Jake from TalkSport. You can find him everywhere on social media. Big, strong Leicester podcast. I'm going to bring some Leicester fans, some of the content team in now. Reedy, morning, Reedy. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
Good. Let's bring Tom in. How are you, Tom?
Morning, lads.
Oh, it looks sunny in Redditch there. Pal, is it all right there?
Costa Sol Redditch, yes, mate. It's beautiful.
And then last but not least, Jono. How are you, Jono? You all right, pal? Geordie Jono.
Yeah, it's all right.
First question, Jono. How was it Tuesday morning in Geordie land? Was it good?
Yeah, everyone was buzzing. Like, I think all my neighbours were saying, could just end it now 1-1 because it's getting boring. Because they wanted Champions League. A point would have been decent. It's a shame Castagna didn't, get that finish. But yeah, it's been mad here. There's flags everywhere. Every building is Geordie flags around. So yeah, it's been a good atmosphere.
But how were you walking around Geordie land on a Tuesday? Did you put because the other week you were a bit worried, weren't you, about wearing your Leicester shirt? Tuesday morning, did you have it on?
I think they were all the same, like, good luck. Like, they were just saying, like, as a Leicester fan, and like they're just saying good luck because there's no rivalry between us, and they rather have. In fact, they all hate Everton, so they're saying we want you to smash Everton.
I think we all do. We all want Bournemouth to win, don't we? We all need Bournemouth to win. Look, lads, time will tell, won't it, today? We all remember where we were when we won the Premier League, when we won the FA Cup. Some of us remember where we were when we beat Oxford, Stoke as well in the League One. But at 6:30 tonight, we will remember where we were. I know me and Jono will be in different places, but Reedy and Tom, you'll be there, won't you, pal? Won't you, lads?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can see everyone's nervous today, and I'm really excited for it. I'm like, I think, having watched commentary, you've mucked that one up, didn't you, Cobb boys? Lose yesterday. I work with a lot of Cobb fans, and they're all giving it the big and going into the game. We say, oh, Tuesday, you'll be, when we come back Tuesday, banter and all that. I'm like, boys, let's just see what happens. And I still stand by it to say what I put out earlier, that, look, whatever division we are at 6 o'clock, we'll all be foreign them next year. It'll be hard take if we go down, and it'll be a few angry faces. On the other hand, you look at it, every single team, bar the top 6, would be snatching our hand off to have what we've just had for the last 9 seasons: Premier League titles, you know, FA Cup, Community Shields, European adventures. Give that to a West Brom fan, give that to a Watford fan who's been mucked around over the last decade. They're to snatch our hands off. So whatever division we end up in, we have to appreciate what we've done for the last 9 years. And then the investigation has to start to what happened this season and why it went so dramatically wrong. But up to now, it's just for me buzzing, looking forward to it. And I'm not even thinking about Everton. I'm not even thinking about Bournemouth. I'm all about what Leicester do. And Leicester have got to do one thing, and that's win today. We can talk about the Bournemouth, we can talk about Everton, you know, and Leeds and everything like that. But there's one thing: Leicester have to win. He's not going into the game knowing that a point or, you know, going into the game, you know, we win, we stay up. We've just got to win, and then it's down to the results today. So I think I'm just more excited to get to the ground, back the lads, get the win, and then what will be will be. And at the end of the day, once 6:30 comes, the league table doesn't lie, and you finish where you finish up on merit. So if we finish 19th, we finish 18th, we finish there because that's where we finished, and we haven't been good enough this season. So, look, massive game, and I'm excited. You all boys look really nervous already, and I'm buzzing for it. I'm absolutely buzzing.
Speaking to Reedy beforehand, before we came on, and you said to me, Reedy, that the reality had just started to hit you this morning about the outcome of today and the consequences of today.
Well, yeah, I was basically like what Tom was saying just a minute ago, is that it's what we have to do. We have to win, and that's it. If we don't win, we're down anyway. So for me, I wasn't too bothered about like worrying and whatnot. But it's coming to the day of basically the cup final, and it is starting to dawn on me that anything can happen. We will know if things happen at other grounds, so that'll be one thing that will just hit us bad when it comes to it. If Bournemouth score, or if Everton score. To be honest, I'm not worrying about Leeds at all. But
no, I'm not.
But again, it all depends on that game. If we get an early goal, and like Jake said, I do honestly think that West Ham will field a half-side team, and that's just me. Just because I don't think they're going to want to play half their players to get injured.
See, hold on, I'll go with you in a minute, Jono. But Tom, you were on with Phil on Tuesday night, and you sort of had a disagreement with Phil, didn't you, about what kind of team West Ham would. I understood what Phil was saying, but I also understood what you were saying, and I still haven't got a Scooby what team David Moyes will put out today.
Well, for me, Jake answered the question earlier well, because there's certain rules of how many players you cannot play if they're fit to play. You have to play so many anyway. You can't go and completely change the team in case it maybe affects the result that much. That's FA's rules because of what happened a few years ago. I think Wolves put a weakened team out against someone, and it basically meant someone went down. And I think the FA then stepped in, changed it, and said, no, if you've got fit players, they have to be at least on the bench and they have to be at least around the squad, I think. So, look, I don't think it'll be like a full West Ham team tonight, this afternoon, but I generally feel that they won't come in and lay down. They'll want to finish above Chelsea. David Moyes has already come out and said that. If they can finish 12th above Chelsea and win the Europa Conference, that's been a hell of a season. And I think he's saying West Ham fans would have taken that at the end of the day. So, look, I don't think West Ham will come here and not play to win. I think West Ham will come here and want to win that last game of the season, go into the final with confidence. It won't be the strongest team, but I don't think it'll be a weak team like a lot of Leicester fans have been thinking it will today.
Yeah, it can't be that weak, can it, Jono? It's got to be, like Jake said, there is rules, so they've got to be careful of what they actually do, haven't they, Jono?
Yeah, and and I was speaking to some more friends, and they said, like, if you keep resting players for a long period of time, they'll lose match fitness. They won't stay sharp. They can train, but they won't have that proper game match fitness like you would do in the Premier League. So, is it risking staying match sharp? Because they're match fit, they'll be match fit because they've been training all season, but it won't be as match sharp if they have rest all their good players. So it's balancing between like keeping safe, not getting injured, keeping match sharpness, and finishing season on the high. That's all three things they need to balance.
The thing is, before you say, Tom, is the fact that we obviously need to win. So we are going to go. We are hopefully, and that's me saying hopefully, we're going to get stuck in. That's if we get stuck in.
We went to Newcastle, and that's one of the hardest stadiums in the world, in the European football at the moment, to go there and get a result, because it's like it's a what's the word for the word is, but it's just the atmosphere is unbelievable. When I went there, we lost 2-1. It was just the best atmosphere I've ever experienced, and to get something out of that game, yes, we played poorly, but we got something out of that game. if we can grind like that, but have a bit more counter-attacking, I think we could do something. No matter what team they play.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was, you got to remember West Ham's final is in for 10 days. That's the difference. They're not playing next week. If they're playing next week, you could imagine Moisey trying to rest something or get a few players off quite early. But you got 10 days today playing a final, mate. I just don't see David Moyes thinking, well, I've got to rest players. 10 days is a long, long time to recover and get prepared for that game.
And not playing players now for another 10 days, that's 2 weeks not playing, being match fit.
Exactly.
Well, match sharpness. So that's a long time not to be match sharp.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's what I mean. I don't think they'll make a full squad change. There'll be 3 or 4, maybe 5 changes at the most. But other than that, I don't think there'll be that many rested.
They'll play Rice. They'll play, Antonio. They'll play some dangerous players.
Oh, what? Sorry, I thought you were carrying on with the. I thought you.
No.
Sorry, I thought you were going to add a little pause and a breath. Really, John, really, Tom, what do you think the atmosphere will be like in the ground today? Jake said it'd be quite. Everton will be like a bit apprehensive and it'll be quite calm and that in the King Power. I don't think it will be. Did you?
All it depends on is how the other games go. I know. Tom said we can't watch that or what happens, but we know what's going to happen at some point when the goal goes in. So if Bournemouth somehow get an early goal, which we're all hoping for, because then Everton need 2, the atmosphere would be absolutely buzzing. Like they know they need to get the win. And if we are winning at that stage, we know we just need to get the second or even the third if that's the case. But like you say, it's going to be buzzing and then it's going to be dull. Because if Everton get the goal, then it's just going to go absolutely quiet. For me, that's what I think anyway. Maybe Tom thinks different because he thinks it might push us on even harder. But I don't know, because if you see Everton a 1 or 2-0 up, you do think the worst already, for me anyway.
It's like Jake's just said, whatever team they put out got to get stuck in from minute 1. Someone make a big tackle to scare the West Ham players and think to make sure they don't get injured. I think he's right. We've got to go at them from minute 1. Tom, and put a bit of pressure on West Ham and show we're up for it and scare them into making mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, for whoever's starting at the back today, for me, the first 5 minutes, you go through your man, completely go through it. Make sure you win the ball fair and square, but, straight through the back of him with a header or straight through the back of his ankles with a slide tackle. I mean, midfield away. Yeah, you've been same in midfield today, really, into whoever's in that middle of the park. Get into them first, get good. If Rice is in there, then Tillemans, you go through your man today. Make sure you lay one on him. Because after 5-10 minutes, if they're seeing Leicester players are really fighting with that ball, West Ham will really, go, hold on a minute, I ain't getting injured. But the atmosphere alone, we all know it's not in our hands today, and we would love it to be in our hands if Castagne had scored that goal and going in knowing that a win and we're safe. But I think the atmosphere is sort of, if we're winning and it's 0-0 Everton or 1-0 to Bournemouth, then the atmosphere is going to be, obviously, if it's 3-0 to Everton by half time, then obviously the atmosphere is going to be done and dusted, and people are going to be probably a bit secluded and a bit more like, we might be winning, but Everton have done it, so there might be a bit of reality setting in that we are down. But look, we can't do anything like this about that game. We've just got to back the lads and just hope that the teams do us a favour. So it really is. And for me, that the King Power has got to be raucous. It's got to be, something going back to the relegation season. Everyone with a clapper banging them as hard as you can bang them. I don't care if you like them or not like them. You've got to make noise, though. You've got to back the team. And fans say, don't tell them to support them. Don't come down in today. Because today's of all days not a time to sit there with your hands under your bum and sit there and quiet. Today's the day to back that team to the whole.
It was a bit like last week. I know we're talking about Notts Forest yet again, Jono, but their atmosphere against Arsenal at the beginning of the game was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I know we've been playing badly, but if the fans had been doing that, what Forest have been doing, I think we would have been up for it the players would have been up for it, but it's so quiet at the beginning. I don't think we've got the right tempo at the beginning of the game. The fans are not, but today it has to be it, Jono. It has to be bought by the fans today, doesn't it?
I think it's because it's the first time in, 8 years that we've been in this situation. Forest fans, as soon as they got promoted, they knew they'll be fighting for relegation. Everton fans had the last 2 seasons. They know what it takes to keep their team up, and we're not experiencing this in so long. We're used to being Europa League football. We're used to winning. We've won 3 trophies in this time, and we've not been in the situation. So since we've been off form, and was like, oh, I don't care anymore. Like we're crap. I don't care. Like we should be opposite. I think we should be like, you know what? We've had the success. Let's keep it going. But even if Everton are winning 2-0, I think fans should just be buzzing because it could be the last Premier League game of the season for another season minimum. Just enjoy it. Just, if we're winning, just appreciate the win and go out shouting our team on in the Premier League, no matter what results there is.
Yeah, we all, like Aggie's just said, we all have to play our part today in the stadium. Let's be loud and proud, which we've missed a lot, haven't we, at the minute, Tom? Where the stadium's not loud and proud, is it really?
No, I mean, the Everton game for me was a very good atmosphere, and I thought it was a good atmosphere against Everton. I think the crowd really got going. There was points in it, you could tell the crowd got affected. But even when Calvert-Lewin scored the penalty, mate, the crowd still then went up again. Like, no, it doesn't matter if they've scored, get behind the team. That's got to be, if West Ham score early, the whole stadium's got to stand and start getting behind the team again. It worked against Everton. And look, maybe we won't be sitting here with the same conversation. People have put penalties in the net, but it's all about what we do on the pitch and off the pitch. Today's not a day where we've got to wait for the players to show us something to get behind. Today's a day where we have got to get the players going. The fans have got to get the players going as well from the start. Not wait for something to happen, a tackle, a corner. It's all about the fans from, when the players coming out to singing When You're Smiling. As soon as that song starts, the crowd has got to start then, and that's it for 90 minutes.
Do you really think, Tom, that When You're Smiling song is the song for us?
I think it's a great song. I think it works. I think it gets the crowd going. I don't think there's anything out there what we've used before. The When You're Smiling song I've known for years, and been singing it since I was a kid, to going home and away. So, I mean, you said before you've not really heard that much, but I remember going down to Filbert Street and hearing the When You're Smiling, the whole world smiles with you, doing the old hands. I've heard that for, yeah, exactly. Jamie knows what I'm talking about. The whole world smiles with you. Exactly, and I've known that since a kid, like going down at the age 8 or 9. So for me, the song really is our song.
I've heard of it, Tom, and all that hand gesturing, but I've never really heard it down the football. Never really until this season, and everyone's got, and maybe end of last season, but I've never really heard it before.
No, it's something I've heard, and I think it works. I really do. We needed something as a club to get going. I think before we've played the whole song, and that's never really worked. To break it down into the snippet to the actual words, the whole world smiles with you areas, it's worked. And I really just feel it does lift the crowd before a game. It really does. The atmosphere against Roma last year when that was played was phenomenal. And I think it works against Everton as well. It's just something we've got to keep going and build on, really. The one thing I'd say to the club is turn the volume down on the speakers. No one wants to hear the dance music before the game. They want to sing, and you can hear it when you're in the yeah, really. I've seen your dancing.
Yeah, everyone comes and has a dance when it comes up, mate.
But I just think when you're sitting in the ground and you got like the singing section, everyone trying to get an atmosphere going, trying to sing songs, and they're just being drowned out by the music. The club's just got to turn that down a little bit and let the fans build an atmosphere up in there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But for me, let SK1 try and get some songs going 5 minutes before kickoff. Get rid of the music. Doesn't really do any difference. Doesn't build it. For me, let SK1 try and build some songs, Leicester songs, and really build today's crowd.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to cut you all short because I've got a bit of a video to play at the end. Tom, what do you think today, pal?
Well, I'll do my bit because I didn't do a video, so I've been flat out. Look, Leicester lads, Casper Schmeichel's back to you this morning, a legend of this football club. Jamie Vardy, he knows what it's like to be at this club for donkey's years. Vishai had a dream. He built the dream. He built a legacy. Things aren't gone well over the last 2 years, 3 years. Let's put it that way. But the time now to stand up and be accounted for is today and do your job. And I said, there's only one job they've got to do, and that is win. You win today, you've done your job. And Leicester fans can sit here and say, at least we won, at least we tried. If results don't go away and we go down, be it. But you've got to do your job, and that is win. I'm going for a 3-1 Leicester win today. I think it'll be a comfortable afternoon at the King Power. And I think by 6:30 tonight, we'll be sitting here and we'll all be having a beer and we'll all be laughing and joking, thinking,
what were we worrying about?
What we were worried about. We survived by the skin of our teeth tonight. But hey, what will be, will be. But look, for me, Metro team, just do it, lads. You've had all season. You've had 37 games and some of them have been good. Some of them have been absolute shocking this season. But this is the last one. And this is, for me, Maddison, you want to leave a legacy. Tillemans, you want to leave on a legacy. Don't leave with a relegation against the name. because it doesn't matter about the FA Cup goal for me. Tielemans goes with the relegation
No.
against me. It
It's-
doesn't matter
it's
against
about-
Madison's Welder. It's about here and now and finishing the season the way it should be finished, with a win and us staying in the Premier League.
It definitely should be. Tom, I'll let you go because you've got to get in your car soon, haven't you? And drive
Yes,
up
mate,
from Redditch. Rightio, Tom. Cheers, pal.
See you, mate.
Come on, you foxes, as we say. See you later, Tom. Cheers, mate. Jono, come on very quickly. What do you think today, pal?
It's just going to be a bag of nerves. But you know what happens? They just sing loud and proud and just I'll be shouting and screaming from here in Newcastle. Just got to do our bit. But it'll be a very nervous time. I reckon we'll win 2-1. And I think we're going to stay up. I think Everton are going to. I don't know. I think Bournemouth might do a madness for us. I think we'll stay up 2-1 to Leicester.
Rightio, Jono. Cheers, pal. Thanks a lot, mate. We'll
See you later.
see you through the week, mate. Be good.
Yeah.
See you later, pal. Reedy, you're the last one, pal. You missed I've not really left you a lot to say now, have I? All the others have probably said it. Come on, mate. What do you think?
I called it and I said that if we do win, I do think we're still going to stay up. If we do our job, I think we will, because I don't think, like Jake said at the start of the show, that Everton, it's not going to be easy for them. It's not. They've got all the pressure on them to make sure they win. If they don't win, they're going to go down if we win. So, again, if we lose, then we obviously won't be, and they will stay up regardless. But I do see, if we do win against West Ham today, I do see us staying up, because I don't think Everton will be able to hack the pressure. Because if they see us winning, they see us getting 1 or 2-0 up, hopefully, they will crumble, I think. And all we need is not for them not to win. And every game this season has been like that. The last minute goal or an equaliser or whatever. I can see Everton drawing. And like you say, they've lost the last 4 to Bournemouth, so you never know what can happen.
Tom, I know you can't see us or hear us, but can you turn your camera off? I don't want to see you again change, pal. Reedy, right. I'll see you later, pal. Shout and proud and be loud, whatever you want to do, really, but enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it.
I'll try my best.
I'll try your best. See you later, pal. Be good. Right then, lads and lasses, I've got a little bit of a video to play, but I'm just going to say something first. A little bit of video from the fans, but let me just say this. Whatever happens today, whatever league we find ourselves in, come 6:30, lessons have to be learned from this season. Top and the board need to get on top of things. Today is big. No, huge. Actually, no. Absolutely immense, massive, whatever you want. But it was so unavoidable. But I still have to say, come on, you foxes. We can do this. It's ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. Y'all from Dudley Light, watch this video and hear these fans.
How you doing? It's Jordan Stewart. Just want to wish the boys all the best today. Let's make sure as fans, we bring the energy at the King Power Stadium, get that result, stay in the Premier League. All the best, boys. Let's go Foxes.
Hi everyone, Julian Watts here from sunny old England. Hope you're all well out there. Just wanted to wish you all the best on Sunday. Keep the faith, we can do it. Foxes never quit.
Hi, it's Keith Gillespie here. Just want to wish the Leicester players and Leicester fans good luck this weekend.
Hopefully we get the result, and we get the result at Goodison Park as well. So all the best, guys.
Take it easy.
So then, we're on one last game. Final game of the season. West Ham, we're at home. We've just kept a clean sheet. Come on, Leicester City. You can do this. I believe in you. I'll keep the faith. Play your hearts out. We'll sing our hearts out. And what will be, will be.
Just like to wish Leicester City all the best on Sunday. I'm actually not here for the last game of the season as we're away. But I'll be finding a pub and watching it from there. So, yeah, hopefully we can get a win and the results all go our way. All right, so good luck all the way from Colville. Thank you.
Right, big day today. Good luck to everybody, all the fans down there. Have a great day. Hopefully at the end of it we'll be celebrating like we've won a playoff final. So good luck to all the lads on the pitch. Got to be that 12th man, so cheer them loud and proud. Come on, Leicester!
Good luck to all the LCFC fans this weekend. Let's get a win, boys. Come on, you Foxheads!
Hi, it's Rudy from Leicester Fan TV here today. Hopefully we can get a big performance today. The boys need to do it. Obviously, we know it needs to be a big win. So, good luck, boys.
Bournemouth draw, we win, we're up. Premier League football next season. All we want to do is get behind the lads, 100%, 90 minutes, scream our hearts out for the boys. Let's back the boys. Come on, Leicester!
Hi, it's Sam from Leicester Fan TV. I hope the players put in a massive shift today. We know we're going to need it. Cup final, up the Foxes, massive win today. Let's try and get out there and do our best.
Well, for all you Leicester City fans out there, and I've been a bloody fan for years, uphill and downhill. Come on, lads. Let's do it. Let's do it. I've got faith. Don't want to see us go down, obviously. But come on.
A good luck message here for Sunday. The fans will be the 12th man. We've got to try and salvage this season. Hopefully we can pull one more rabbit out of the hat. Save our season. The greatest escape of all escapes. Come on, you Foxes, come on!
Sunday, it's do or die time. So, best of wishes for all the Foxes fans going this weekend. Look, come on. Let's get these 3 points against West Ham. We got this, guys.
3 points, Sunday. Everton to lose. Come on, you Blues.
Hey guys, Locks here. Look, there's one more game left. It's our cup final. It's like a playoff final. It's been a tough year for everyone, you know, to do with Leicester City, the fans, the players, the club in general. But all we can do is win our last game and hope for the best in the other one. So give your all. Go at them. Come on, Leicester.
So good luck on Sunday for the Leicester City fans and the players in the big crunch game this Sunday against West Ham. Miracles do happen for a reason. What do you want to say?
Get relegated.
So 1, 2, 3. Come on, you Foxes!
Just like to wish the boys all the best on Sunday. I know the game isn't entirely in our own hands, so hopefully Bournemouth can pull something out of the hat. But more importantly, we get the 3 points. So hope everybody has a good time. Get behind the lads. Cheers.
Good morning from the warm but overcast Alcúdia, home of the Foxes Arms, where I shall be watching the game on Sunday. I wear this shirt with pride. All I want to see from you lads is wearing that shirt with pride, passion and fight. Do all you can. Wear it with pride, even if it's your last time. Come on, City. Come on.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.